Hey, come on now. Come on now. 2 live streams in one day? This is crazy. This is unprecedented. This is absolutely phenomenal. This is absolutely blowing my brain right now. I don't know what to say, folks. All I know is that I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I have about 1 hour to try to give you, excuse me, I'm burping. That's how you know it's live. That's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's live. That's how you know it's real. I have 1 hour to give you my thoughts on a few different movies because I am working on movie reviews, obviously, as you know, but sometimes I take a little bit of time. So this will be your placeholder to know my thoughts ahead of time. Is that my phone vibrating, as always, while I'm trying to record? So this video is going to be a placeholder of just, hey, what are my thoughts of these movies that came out? You know, what did I think? And I'm just going to write them down. So starting with the movie that we see on the screen right here. Well, first of all, how's everyone doing? Let me introduce myself. I'm Decipher. If you've somehow accidentally stumbled across this channel, just know this is a gaming channel that does all things nerdy and just we talk, we have fun, we talk a lot of crap, we talk a lot of shit. Sometimes we cuss, most times we try not to. But it's me, Decipher, and you know, some friends, mostly me, all alone. All around me are familiar faces. Okay, I might be going a little bit crazy too, because now I'm just legit talking to myself. But hey, it's all good. Glad that you're here with me. Not live, because no one's here with me live. And that's okay. We got our view counter right there. You're actually not even going to be able to see it unless you got like an HD TV, because I noticed that the numbers are white. But that says 0, so don't even worry about it. Now, let's talk Blue Beetle. Alright, so let's get my handy dandy notepad up and running. This is our quick thoughts, like I said, just live review type situation. If you've seen these before, then you know what this is. If you haven't, then you know you're just gonna have to learn along the way. Use your context clues. So special thanks. What this section is anyone who gets in that chat box and says, hey, hi, what's up, Cypher's shit gaming, whatever you want to say, good, bad, or ill, I'll put you in the special thanks category. Have you ever seen a movie? It's like the credits section, special thanks. So I'm just gonna put anybody who enters chat. Bam. Alright, so let's talk budget. What was the budget for this film? Let's go look that up. See, we live now, so we can take our time, we can do what we want. There's no pressure on us. We just having fun here. We're all hanging out. This is not like the podcast where we have to be all fast and timely. So the budget is, well, guys guess first, then I'll tell you. There it is, 104 million. Now this made how much money? And we want the like worldwide, what it made. Current box office. I'm not gonna put final box office. Blue Beetle box office. Oh, I should have did box office performance. Alright, so far we are at 81.1 million. So not great. Not great, guys. So let me tell you a little bit of how this works. The budget is what they paid the actors, the crew, the production, the editors, all that stuff. But guess what? You got a movie made. What do you got to do? You got to market it. You got to pay for distribution. You got to do all these things. So the budget to make that movie may have been $104, but that does not include marketing. So you got to secretly double that number. So instead of $104 million just to break even, I need $208 million just to break even. So with a current box office of only 81 million, again, we're only about what, 12 days in. I think it came out the 18th of this month. That means this movie has already lost this studio, DC Studios, or whatever they're calling themselves, DC Warner Brother Watchtower. I don't know. It's right there, really small in the bottom. It's Watchtower. Yeah, WB Watchtower and just Warner Brothers. Anywho, it's already lost them $121 million. Yikes. Yeesh. Alright, what are my quick pros and cons? I'd have to say just general thoughts. I wrote some down. Let me pull out the old phone and you hear my little YouTube I'm watching. See, I'm on YouTube, but I watch YouTube too. Just like you guys. I watch it. I'm here with it all day. Just all day. I thought that the villain was boring. That goes for both villains. The lady that you see right there underneath Jaime Reyes with the blonde hair, she was boring. And the henchman that you see right there to the left with the mechanical looking hand. Boring. The villains were boring. I'm just going to put villain because, you know, spoilers, not getting into it. The backstory. Oh, this was the most egregious part of this. Alright. The backstory was completely, because I've watched the movie just to make sure. I'm like, okay, let's see where we're going with this. If I'm spelling it wrong, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. And when I do the voiceover, you ain't even gonna know that it's spelled wrong. The backstory was completely glossed over in the opening credits or sequence, whatever. And what did this movie think it was, a Batman movie and we didn't need to understand the history of Blue Beetle? Did this movie think it was an Incredible Hulk reboot and we didn't need to see the origins of where this scarab came from? It's neither of those things. It tries to be Batman. It's not like the Hulk. It's neither of those things, and it needed the backstory to be a little bit more show than just gloss over, and definitely not tell. This thing needed something. I don't care if they pulled a Black Panther and did an animated voiceover backstory introduction to the origins and the lore, because for those of us who don't know the obscure superheroes like myself, I know of Blue Beetle from Ted Kord. That's it. But Ted Kord is just referenced in the movie a little bit and talked about here and there, but not really like overly explained. I could use some exposition. That's all I'm saying. Give me some exposition. Give it to me. Next. Jesus, I have my phone set for 30 seconds of timeout. This is so dumb. Don't worry about it though. Speaking of dumb, the humor was dumb in this movie, and that's okay. But the humor was dumb in this movie. George Lopez was the standout. Maybe because he was the only star that I really knew. If I could spell, that'd be great. But don't worry about it. Yeah, George Lopez was the standout. That's it. He was good. Everybody else was fine. I don't know how to say the actor's name. It's Xolo. So it's probably be like Zolo. I don't know. Not even gonna try to butcher it. We're just not even gonna try to do that. But George Lopez was really the only standout. I like the little lab coat guy. You probably can't see what I'm pointing to, but don't worry about it. The guy that has the lab coat on in the bottom right. He's the last human character on the bottom right of this poster with the glasses. I like him because I've seen him in What We Do in the Shadows, and he actually has a beard in this. That's pretty cool. I haven't seen the latest season. I think What We Do in the Shadow is on episode season 5. I meant to say it might be on season 4. All right, what else did I think? Let me see. The henchman is boring. That goes along with saying that I thought the villain was boring. I thought this movie was a 6 out of 10. If I'm being honest, it was just okay. I'll figure out some more thoughts to add when I do the actual review, but that's just my quick thoughts. I could only recommend this to people who are a fan of superhero movies. Recommend. That's wrong. Who cares? Recommend. Now, I did read on Wikipedia, because I like to do a little bit of a deep dive, that I think it said 62, it was some number, 32 or 62. 62% of people that saw this were male, 32% of people that saw this were Hispanic. Oh, and we got some people out here. So now I got to put you guys in the special thanks section. What's up, John Cusack? What's up? All right, let's see, get rid of this. There we go. And what's up, Shantae Ford? We'll put you in there. All right. Now, let's go on. What was I? Oh, I can only recommend this to people who are fans of superhero movies. So if you're not a fan of superhero movies, ooh, don't go see this. Or the other thing, it might sound a little crazy. If you're Hispanic you should see this movie too, because you'll enjoy it. You'll catch some of the jokes that didn't land for me, because a lot of the jokes involved speaking Spanish, because the subtitles were that simplified Google Translate. See, this part not gonna go in the real review, just letting y'all know. So whoever's watching this live is getting that good information, because some things I just don't want to put out in the regular review. So if you're Hispanic, I think you'll have a little bit more enjoyment of it than I did, just because some of the jokes, and it felt like, okay, if, well, maybe see, Denzel Washington put it better, and it's like a culture thing. Since I'm not a part of that culture, I don't get all the jokes. I can understand family, but sometimes some of the things that they say was like, oh, it's like an inside joke of that culture. So if you are of that culture, you're gonna be like, I get it. This is so true. This is so true. So for me, it obviously, not being Hispanic, it didn't ring any bells with me. But don't worry. If you Hispanic, I feel like you're gonna really enjoy it. You're gonna have a good time. For me, like I said, it was just okay. Did I have any other notes? And let's move on to the next one. Oh, it was a good time. I said for me, personally, it was a good time if you're scrolling. Not strolling. I mean strolling down the halls of the movie theater, up and down the stairs. You're going up and down the stairs. You're getting a little workout on instead of watching the movie. No. It's a good time if you're scrolling. Now, I was zoned in the movie. It also could be a little bit of a migraine. I'm not trying to be. Johnny Boy's calling me out. I'm not trying to be. I said there are certain cultural differences and some things that you will get, some things that you won't get. So I just put it out there like, hey, if you're part of that culture, you're going to have a better experience than I did. See? I kept it right down the middle. He's a hater. John's a hater. Don't be hating. Anyway, it's a good time if you're scrolling. All right, so those are my thoughts on that. Next movie, what did I put in the title? Oh, Gran Turismo. Let's go make a new page or like scroll down. Was it enter? Yeah. Put this all on one worksheet. Turismo review, and then get that all right there. All right, Gran Turismo. Let's change this poster. Get a new image. Do I already have one ready, or do I have to find one? All right, here I do have one. Boop. Get that size right. Yo, first of all, I got some words for this. Give me a second. Let me, this poster, improperly formatted to fit, but don't even worry about it. We just gonna have to cut off our guy, and we got Orlando Bloom in this guy. He ain't look nothing like this in the movie. They photoshopped my man's haircut, because his haircut was way more like, natural, up and down. I'm mad you can't see the mouse, so you don't know what I'm pointing at, but his haircut was not boxed off like that. This poster made him look like a different person, because he don't look nothing like that. He looks extra baby face. Now, I don't think he had facial hair in the movie, but still. Let's talk about Gran Turismo, or as West Philly AJ calls it, Gran Turismo based on a true story, because somehow, I was at AMC. I think AMC and Movie Box or something, they have that like Gran Turismo semicolon. Give me just a second, guys. Hold on. Can this work if I press the be right back button, or will that not cover everything up? Nope, it won't cover everything up. I'll be right back. Let me close the door on these kids. Damn kids know I'm recording. They know I'm over here trying to be a megastar. Goddamn kids! Ah! All right. So yeah, Gran Turismo. This one is, hold on, where is my notepad? Everything closes down, so we have 20 windows open at one time. This one had a budget. I think it had a modest budget. It was $60 million, I want to say. I'm going to Google it right now, though. Let's see. Put your guesses in the comments. Yep, it was $60 million. I had looked it up after I saw the movie. This one I have assigned, air quotes, West Philly AJ to give me his thoughts, and we're going to put out a combination of his thoughts and my thoughts in the review. We're still waiting for him. He's taking forever, but now he knows the inner workings of how long it takes to put these reviews out if you're trying to take time with him. This is a little rusty. It's okay. Now, let's see what its current box office is looking like. Fingers crossed, guys. Think it's doing good. we are at, however, so many purchases in film top quantity. So it always takes forever to find it. Just want to know what its current box office is. It's literally breaking down everything but what I'm looking for. Oh, hold on. Does Google have it? Gran Turismo grossed 53.8 million worldwide as of August 27th. I will take those numbers. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so its current box office is doing very well for it to be a newer released film. So we are at 53.8 million as of August 27th. So that's good, because that can come back. That can continue to make its box office back. So if it gets 60 million, you know, it's only lost half, because remember, you got to do another 60 million for marketing. So we'll see. When did this come out? This just came out. So Gran Turismo, I'm going to give you the exact date because it was either last week or the week before. This came out the 11th. So, damn, that's like 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks. So it's falling off, because after 2 weeks, you're not going to see as much money coming in. So 2 weeks ago, I'll put the date in the comments. Bam, August 11th. So it should pop up. Alright, back to here. So pros and cons. Pros and cons. I liked the last act. No, I liked the last 2/3 of the movie. Let me see. I liked the movie overall. The beginning was a little bit slow. Theaters take half. For 60 mil, you need about, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. You're going to need 120 just to break even. He's saying more than that. It's for 60 mil, you need about 135 to 150 to break even. Jesus. That's why they don't tell you that part. That's why they only tell you, oh, yeah, it only costs us 60 million to make. Not knowing about all those other deals of the AMC theaters, United Artists theaters, damn, what was the other theaters out there? There's other theaters, too, that need to take their portion of the tickets. Of the ticket sales. Alright, so I liked, I didn't write down any notes, so this one's coming all off the top of the head. What did I like? I'm gonna say what I didn't like first. I didn't like parts of the pacing. I'm gonna just say the pacing. I didn't like the pacing. And I'm gonna elaborate that without typing that down. So for me, Regal, thank you, Regal Theaters. For me, the pacing slowed down when the main character went to a city. I'm gonna leave out spoilers. And he wanted to chill with somebody, and I'm like, this is slowing down the movie. I don't care about this subplot, this story, because you didn't make me care. You didn't make it seem like this is part of his character too much. Yeah, you did, because he was like kind of a loner, but at the same time, it was like, I don't care to see this. I just want to see, like, how does he interact with his racing team? Because remember, he's an outsider. He's a gamer who is now in the real racing world, and the only people that you really see from the team, can I move this? Yeah, is this guy. You see the Orlando Bloom's character a little bit, and he's in the beginning of the movie. He's the one who opens the movie, and you're like, okay, it's gonna focus on, you know, this producer advertiser guy, and like everything's at stake for him. Nope, it wasn't. It was the driver, which is fine, and it was the driver and then his racing coach or pit crew person, which again, it was very focused on those two. What I will say, which is a slight spoiler, is the movie didn't focus enough on the dad, and the dad was played by a big named actor, Digimon Hutsu, from so many movies, from Shazam 1 and 2, from Aquaman, from Blood Diamond, from, damn, he was in a lot of movies, but those are the only ones off the top of my head. He's a great actor, probably one of the best in that movie, really, in personal opinion, but you didn't give him much to work with. He was just like playing a trope of, I don't really believe in you, this is crazy, you're a gamer, how are you going to be a real racer, it's not safe. It was all great every time you saw him on screen, but then he was barely on screen. So I'm like, and then something happened in the movie, and you would think, okay, the dad's going to be there, but no, the dad wasn't there. So what I want to do is more of a deep dive into that, like how I did with the movie Air, not on the review, just on my own personal time. With the movie Air, I went and watched a video that someone made of the differences between what actually happened Okay, he's going to YouTube. Twitch keeps glitching. Goddamn Twitch. Let me see. It says, no, it says my CPU is running fine. It says my bit rate is good. It gives me a green. It says I got no drop frames. Barely even gaming. I'm just typing stuff. So Twitch sucks. Damn Twitch. Oh yeah, meet me on YouTube. What was I saying? There's a movie. Damn, I was just talking about it and I don't even remember what I just said. A movie where, shoot, I lost it. If anybody knows what I was saying, you can put it in the comments. But I was talking about something. I completely lost it entirely. Digimon Hootsu wasn't in the movie enough. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 5. 7.5 out of 10. Excuse me, not 7 out of 5. This is 7.5 out of 10 because it was Digimon is his father. Yes. Again, no spoilers. I try to give the least a bit of information as possible. Yes, Digimon is his father, and he's not used enough in the movie. Are my complaints. I'm gonna put you in there, Freddie Gibbs. I know it's not Freddie Gibbs. I just wanted to say that. Freddie Jones in the special thanks category. But yeah, Digimon Hootsu is the dad, and he's not used enough. And that actually is gonna be. I'm spelling it wrong. Don't just Hootsu? Something like that. This is like I have a diamond. Alright, you gonna make me want to watch that movie. Digimon Hootsu was not used. It was criminally underused in this movie. Was underused in this movie. Underused. Everything's spelled wrong, and I don't even care right now. I'll get rid of this. Oh, I punched the mic by accident. Sorry. Whoever's wearing headphones, that's my bad. I punched the mic by accident. 7.5 out of 10. It's good, but my biggest gripe. Alright, if you've seen the trailer and you love movie trailers like I do, like I literally yell at whoever I'm going to the movies with, like, yo, we gotta get there early. I gotta see the trailers because I love it. Trailers are like music videos for movies. They hype you up, they get you ready for a movie. So the trailer for this movie got me so hyped to watch the movie, and they didn't use the song in the trailer. The song in the trailer was that Nas and P. Diddy song, what is it called? You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. You can hate me now. And the way it was edited into this trailer was so good, so it loses a point for me because this could have been an 8 just for the dramatic and the last act. The last act was really good. That's what it was. The first couple races didn't feel entertaining. The first couple of races didn't excite me. Didn't excite me. They did not use the song from the trailer. The last race was very exciting. The last race was exciting. Alright, I got my thoughts. See, sometimes it's good to just ramble off and talk about it. But we are waiting for West Philly AJ to give us his thoughts so we can put it together in a review. But yeah, for me, 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Now, for the fun part, I have seen Indiana Jones, and I need to really quickly grab a poster so I can put right here. Give me just a moment, guys. Indiana Jones 5. I just want the poster real quick because we're going to talk about that movie because I got some thoughts on that too. Trying to find one that's not okay, whatever. This will do. I don't even care at this point. Just gonna call it Indy 5. There we go. So let us switch this out and let's switch gears to the Doll of Destiny. Yo, who did this poster? This is a bad poster. This is a very bad poster. I didn't even realize that this was a poster from a different language, but I don't remember this in the movie. Oh, you can't see my mouse. I don't remember that clock in the movie. No, that wasn't there. That clock was so... give me a second. Let me just put my notepad to where it needs to go. Because I'm about to grind this up for a second. I'm about to grind this all the way up. Just give me just a second. Let me just get this right here. And that's all I'm getting is an Indy 5 review. I am not putting in the Doll of Destiny. Nope. It doesn't get any of that fun stuff. Alright. First off, let me grind this poster up. And I want to say I cannot make a better poster because I suck at graphic design. So This is just coming from a purely I'm hating, not because I'm jealous of it, but I'm just hating to talk crap standpoint. Let's start from the top left corner. The poster of the guy, the picture of the guy with the tie on, it's fine. Could have used a better one where he wasn't making a scrunched up face. Oh, hold on. Damn, I just really texted me. All trailers take for songs and play for 2 seconds between each action shot, or horror movies that take the old songs. I love that. I love that. I love that when they take the the regular songs, and they do a creepy tone. Jordan Peele, he did the I Got Five on it, which is, that was a rap song. And then he slowed it down. I got five on it. What's that for? Us? Yes, that was for Us. I love that. Beyonce, this was for 50 Shades of Grey, or 50 Shades Greater, or 50 Shades Dumber. One of those movies, they took the Beyonce song, and I don't remember which one it was right now. Maybe it was I'm a Survivor. They took that and slowed it down. Okay, what other movies did that? A lot of movie trailers do that, and I love that shit. I love it. It's like a remix to the song, and they slow it down. That's the best thing you can do, but you gotta use it in the movie. The first movie that came to mind where they did something like that, this was a different trend. They kind of stopped doing this trend. It's an art to making trailers, by the way. They used to do an old song and merge it in with a new song. So for Pacific Rim 2, Even Deeper, I don't remember the name of it, just Pacific Rim 2, Even Deeper, they took a Tupac song and another artist, I don't really know the artist's name, it was like a current artist at that time. They took them and they fused the songs together. I really would have loved to play your trailer, but if you look up the trailer for Pacific Rim 2, Boo Boo Boo, it's a song and it's like, am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on before I die. It was, and then the other song that they merged together was called War Ready. War Ready. I'm War Ready. War Ready. And then they merged in the Tupac song. Am I wrong? Cause I wanna get it on till I die. Get it on. It was like, okay, this is pumped. So you go see the movie, and the movie was a bad movie, but I like that movie. The only thing that I will take away from that movie, having watched that movie, was at the oh yeah, No Woman No Cry by Marley. Oh shit, and they fused them together. Damn, see, these movie trailer people know. Okay, but yeah, when I watched that movie Pacific Rim 2 and they didn't use the song, that was like, damn, that could have saved that bad movie, because it was a scene. I'm gonna spoil Pacific Rim 2, by the way, because it's old. You should have seen it by now. The scene where the rig, the Jaeger, I meant to say, was falling back to Earth, and I guess the power went out. By the way, I don't really remember the movie, so the spoiler is going to be like half true, half not true. The rig, I keep saying rig, the Jaeger wouldn't activate, or it did activate, and it was coming towards Earth. Either way, it was a climactic scene. That's when they could have played that song from the trailer, because you already paid money to get that song licensed, unless you only licensed it for marketing use and not being used in the film. If you already paid money, use that shit. So the best example of a movie that I can say that has used the song from the trailer for me is The Batman of last year, because The Batman used that Kurt Cobain, I want to say it's Kurt Cobain, correct me if I'm wrong, Kurt Cobain song, Something in the Way. They used that song, and I don't know if it was a slowed down version, because I don't know the original song, but it made me like that song, first of all, whether it was slowed down or not. And I don't think it was slowed down, but they used that song in the movie, so it was like, yo, like, come on now, something in the way, do. All right, you know the song. I ain't got time to sing for y'all, but yes. So the Batman had the guts to use the song from the trailer, and I do respect that. Now, did Black Panther 2? No, they didn't use the No Woman No Cry and Everything Gonna Be Alright with Kendrick in the movie. They didn't. But Black Panther 2, I got thoughts on that. I ain't even gonna talk about that right now. I got thoughts on Black Panther 2. Alright, so Indy, back to these posters grinding up. So the bad guy on the left with the long hair. First of all, in the movie, he didn't have long hair. Only in the first flashback sequence, he had long hair. And then throughout the rest of the movie, he's regular looking. Everybody's photo looks bad except for Harrison Ford's. I mean, Harrison Ford could have had a picture where he's not doing that smile thing that he's doing. If the background's loud, just know I'm mad about it too. There's a train on the bottom left. That's cool. That had something to do with the movie, at least in the beginning. The clock, dumb. The clock is just a small gag from the beginning and maybe the end of the movie, because he's like, his time is up. It's a retirement gag. The thing on the right, that's a set piece from the movie that I didn't care about. This movie just had set pieces just to have set pieces. Now, let me pull up my notes for Indy. Alright, cool. And then got my notes. I'm going to get the budget ready in a second. How much time I got with you guys? Okay, we have 30 minutes. We're good. We good. Whoever's still here, thank you for hanging in there with me. Let me start getting the budget of this. Gotta look that up. Indy 5 budget. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I thought this was how much it made. Yo, the budget of this film is bad. Bad. It says you can't play a trailer. Oh, I can play the trailer. If you can play it. Perfect song is so creepy. Oh, if you can play it. It's so creepy. If you can play it. We talking about it. Which one is that? Maybe it's just talking about the Black Panther song. It's so creepy. Which one is creepy? You can't play a trailer. I probably can play the trailer. I just always forget if the audio is going to come make it into the stream. But I'm pretty sure I can play a trailer. I think I absolutely can. But, anyway, this budget. All right, let me see. Where is this at? The budget was around, which was the $100. This doesn't include the marketing cost. Jesus Christ. And I got how much it made, too. Thank you. All right, so here's the budget. When I type this number, you guys are going to be mad. I did it fast too, so you couldn't even react to it. That's how much it cost to... Wait a second. Why is this in the way? Move over. There you go. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Should no movie be no $300 million unless it's an Avengers movie or a Justice League movie? Who are you paying? Who are you paying? Now, I know this probably has something to do with reshoots. Who are you paying? And please don't tell me it was with the de-aging, which is my favorite part of the movie, by the way. Again, light spoilers, but literally as soon as you turn the movie on, that's what's happening. So, who are you paying? Because there's only Harrison Ford and, I can't remember his name, but the guy that plays the villain in almost every movie. There's some cameos, but it's... Come on. How y'all get this high? Was y'all filming on location? I don't even think that cost that much money. Usually filming in a green screen will cost more money, right? I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't know what to say. I think that's too high. Now, box office. And it said that this was in addition to the $100 million that they had to spend on marketing. So, yeah, this movie was a bomb. You're not getting a sequel, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I didn't even tell you how much it made. Let me just look up. The film grossed... but it's considered myself as disappointment. It's stated in... Yeah, well, of course you're going to lose all that money. All right, so here's the gross of the film. And don't be impressed by it because, yeah, it made exactly what it cost to make the movie. Yes, Indy 5. I wish I could like that comment. That's correct. That's the best I can do is say correct. Indy 5 equals box office bomb. Yes, 100%. Because even though it made $302 million... and the budget was $295 million. I mean, it made no money if that was just the case. But the problem is they spent $100 million on marketing this film. So you still lost money. You lost. All right, let me just get these pros and cons. Let me switch my phone to the 5-minute timer so I got to keep doing this. But yeah, the film was kind of boring. I like the first act of the film. The first, like, flashback scenes. And I'm not a big indie fan, so that could also play some part into why I was just, like, okay with it. But here we go. Pros and cons. And don't worry, we're going to do a review. I know this came out a couple weeks ago. Why am I doing that? A couple weeks ago or last month. It came out in the summer and we're entering fall. I will get to it. That gross is gross. No, that gross is good. $302 million. The problem is the movie should have only cost, $600 million to break even. No, that's you're doing too much now. It said it was roughly $100 million to market. $600 million would have been great because then they would have been like, oh, it's almost at $1 billion, guys. They would have been very excited to have $600 million. Oh wait, no, it's got to double. Well, if it doubles it, yeah. Because then it's doubling how much it costs to make. You're right. No, $600 million. I don't know about breaking even, but to at least make a fair profit, yes. To make some good money, to be worth having paid Harrison Ford. Lord knows what they paid him for that movie. If they paid him $30 million for this movie, you better get that bag, sir. You better get that bag. You gotta pay a bunch of taxes. I don't know how much he got paid for that movie. I know it wasn't no $3 million. It was probably $10 million, maybe a bit more. If it was $30 million though, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. The theaters take 50%. Oh yeah, keep forgetting. You said I don't see. What I read was the theaters only get to take money after the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks goes all to the studios is what I read, and then after that, that's why you see movies come back after a long time. I'll have to look into that more, but yeah, if the theaters are taking 50% off the top, then yes, you are going to need to double that budget. Pros and cons, I like seeing young indie. That's 500 mil if you count marketing. Yep, I like seeing young indie. I liked seeing de-aged indie. I think that's how they do it, de-aged indie. That was good. And I'm only putting indie too. I mean, spelling everything out. It only was a little bit weird when he started talking. I didn't mind it because I like de-aging people. I like all that stuff. Oh, also it was funny. Now the theaters take 45 in the USA and 60 overseas. Okay, that's not bad. So the average of 50, yeah, got you. I liked seeing him be an invincible character. He was basically, he was the blueprint for Nathan Drake Uncharted. So I guess, I don't know if it's not a pro or a con. That's just a thought. It's just a random thought. He was an invincible video game character. Because he does some stunts on here in his younger day self and in his old, like, what is he supposed to be, 60 or 80? He's supposed to be old in the movie. It's crazy. And that movie had the theme song. Hold on. I'm going to say the movie was dripped in nostalgia juice. That's not a pro or a con. That's just a thought. And I actually know it's a pro. I like a little bit of nostalgia tease. You playing on people's emotions. Like, oh yeah, I watched this movie in the 90s. I loved it. The movie was dripped in nostalgia. Juices. I don't care. Spelling it wrong. This is just fast typing. Google will auto-correct it later. Oh, here's the thing that I'm not going to put in the... I don't know who's watching this live, but we already know what John Cusack felt about me. But this is something that I felt when I was watching it. This is a note to myself. This would not make it into the regular one. Here it goes. There's a character not on the poster because this poster is racist, by the way. And the character was a black woman. She was in the movie for a good majority of the movie. Did he make it all to the end? I think it's because she died. She didn't make it to the end. Spoiler. But so they had the black woman in this movie, and this was in the 60s or something like that, and they were trying to have realistic dialogue. So again, trying to be offensive, but this was already in the movie made by Disney. The black woman called the white guy a cracker. Crazy. I saw it in the movie. And I'm like, what? Disney? Y'all put that in there? Y'all can't put that in there. So the response to the white guy was to just sit there and look stupid, not to slap her because she's a woman. Remember, this is supposed to be the 60s, and it's supposed to be, air quotes, realistic, but he ain't slap her, he ain't spit on her, he ain't cuss at her, he ain't call her an N-word. See, I ain't gotta say it because they ain't say it in the movie, but I'm like, oh, nah. So, alright, if I do that, put that in a review, that'll be in the Patreon only, Joan, because, first of all, whoever watching this live, thank you for watching, but whoever watches this later, they ain't gonna make it 38 minutes in. So, we 38 minutes in, that's just how I felt about that. And I'm just like, this dialogue is unrealistic. Because ain't no way black woman had it like that in the 60s. Shout out to her. But she didn't get slapped or nothing. She was a cop. She was a CIA agent. So that's why she thought she could do that. And she was working with the Germans. Because it was something about the Germans from World War II. I don't remember the movie. It was a couple months ago. But it's something words like that. They was working with the Germans because the Germans were going to help them make it to the moon. Yeah, that's what it was. They were trying to help them get to the moon. It was Operation Paperclip. Because that was his whole thing. He was pretending to help him get to the moon, but he really just wanted to get to the Dial of Destiny. Again, close your ears. Sorry for all that. All right, so another thing, after the intro, it did get boring. So I'm writing that down because that was a major complaint that I had. It was like a boring middle act, and then the third act was really good because you didn't know where it was going to go. The middle act just felt like black female CIA agent in the 60s. Yeah, that's what she was. A black female CIA agent. And then she got shot and betrayed by the Nazis. But it was like the fact that she said cracker, I'm like, okay, realistic. I'm in the vibe now. But I'm like, they not going to let the white guy say the N-word, are they? It's only right because that's what would happen. But he didn't say it. And it was weird. And it was just like, what is this? Why did y'all put that in the movie? She could have just They could have made it an unrealistic thing where she just called them stupid, or like you stupid Germans, y'all not listening. But she called. All right, I ain't gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. That was crazy. To me, it was crazy that they put that in there. That's how you know Disney's. All right, I'm done. I ain't even talking about it. I got thoughts. The first and last acts were good. So the first act was good because we got to see a DH Harrison Ford, and I'm all about that. I know some actors will be like, don't digitally scan me and make me look young forever. Nah, do that. Heroes never die. I'm trying to be like comic books. Y'all can't die. If Morgan Freeman, I'd hold my chest. Morgan Freeman, stay with us. Stay with us, Morgan Freeman. We need you. You are God in the acting world because, he played Bruce Almighty. You know who he played. Whatever. The third act was good because you didn't know where it was going to go. And I've already given enough spoilers about the movie, so I'm not going to talk about it. But the third act was the best act. And it was the best. That was the first act was like classic Indiana Jones. The third act was like, okay, this is regular Indiana Jones that you've seen. This is great. So the middle act was like, all right, they just going here, doing stuff. Calamity happens. It wasn't like boring, but it was just okay. But it was kind of boring at the same time. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had nobody to go with and I just wasn't feeling it. Let's see. After the third boring, yes, there's stuff happening. There was stuff happening, but it just feels like a generic video game stuff. Stuff in the... Oops. It felt like fluff and McGuffin chasing. Can't even spell that word. McGuffin chasing. That's not going in the review because that's too fancy. I can't get it out right now. But the MacGuffin is the little item of the movie that they're trying to chase, and it did feel like that. They were just going to random places chasing after MacGuffins. As I'm watching it, I'm already forgetting. I wrote this down. I heard it was too girl bossy. Yes, that is a term that I'm not even all the way familiar with, but yes, it was that. Girl boss, like, okay, girl energy, like, okay, yeah, girls get it done. That's what I think of when I think of that from The Boys season 2, I want to say. Girls get it done. But yeah, girl bossy. That's because the black CIA agent, who they should not have killed, because she was cool in the movie, and I was, like, happy that she was being a boss. But then the daughter, or Indy's daughter-in-law, the girl with the red jacket on, she was bossy too. But it was okay, because she was taking the role of Shia LaBeouf. So that part I didn't care that she was being bossy. I didn't care about that. She also wasn't, like, directly a good guy, which was funny. So I didn't care about that. That part was fine. I didn't mind that, actually. I didn't mind the girl boss stuff, for real. It was definitely girl bossy, but I didn't care about that. I was okay with all of that stuff. I just thought the dialogue was a little bit unrealistic, and I thought the middle acts were just kind of boring. Just... stuff happened, but it was like, stuff here, go underwater, go here, go to this temple, solve this riddle. It just felt like, The first act, at least it had stuff happening, crashing, and train action. And the third act was, can't even tell you about it at all. But one of the things that I wrote down, and I write it down here. No, because it was as I was watching it. So it says, as I was watching it, I'm already forgetting what's happening. That's how boring that middle act was. Now we scroll down. The boring act was saved by a really good ending. I kind of don't feel like writing that down because you already get that. This is a good fit. Oh, here we go. My recommendation time. This was a good time if you're scrolling. Yep, already forgot. Tuned out. I was tuning out of this, John. Crazy. 6 out of 10. It's okay. I don't know, like, if this came on streaming, I probably wouldn't even turn it on. So the way the reviews or that this was a good time thing goes, it'll be like the top thing is this is a good thing, or this is a good time to add to the collection. That's like, hey, this is great, you're gonna want to own this because it's probably just rewatchable forever. Then it goes, I don't actually remember the exact order, but it's like, this is a good time to add to the collection. This is a good time if you're streaming, like if you catch it on Hulu, Disney, Netflix, whatever, then yeah, you'll watch it, but you wouldn't really go out your way. And then the last one is, this is a good time if you're scrolling, because if you watch it, you're going to be wanting to do a secondary activity, something else. So that's that. Let me see, any more thoughts? Recommended only if you're a fan of Harrison Ford or Indiana Jones. I'll write that down. Out of the 5 indie films, how would you rank them? All right, let me pull them up. Let me pull them up right now. Now, keep in mind, I barely remember any of them, so this is going to be a trash-ass ranking. All right, let's see. Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, Last Crusade. I need the poster, because since I can't go by name because I don't know them like that. All right, let me see. It's Lost Ark, that's the first one, so let me get all my categories ready. First one is going to be Last Crusade, because that's the only one I remember, because that was closer to, like, I think I was a bit older at the time, and that's the one that had, oh shit, I thought I could put them all out there. All right, so first one had that. Then number 2 is going to be Temple of Doom. Lost Ark. See, which one is the one where it got memed, or not memed, but referenced in a bunch of movies where there's is an egg or a golden thing and he has to switch it out, because that was a classic one. But actually, what's the one where the Nazis and they melted? The one with the Nazis and they melted. That might be the Last Crusade though. Shit, they're all blending into me. The first 3 I don't recall them at all. So I'll just go Temple of Doom, screw it. And then 3 is gonna be Lost Ark. Ark of the Covenant. Oh, I think that's the one. Okay, 2 and 3 switch. 2 and 3 need to switch, because there's one where I think they drink from a chalice. I've got these movies all mixed up. And you got to drink from the right one, the goblet that Jesus drank from, or you're going to die. And then they thought that it was the most extravagant one with the golden jewels on it. They're both the first. They're both the first one. I only remember the first one. All right, so yeah, skip 2 and 3. So Last Crusade, because that's the only one I kind of remember because Sean Connery was in it, and like one of the girls was dating Sean Connery, a younger girl, but she was really, it was like she was fake into indie, but then she was a bad guy too. So I remember that one. And then the Lost Ark, just because that's the first one, and that's the one I keep referencing, but not even knowing that I'm referencing. And then 4 is going to be the one I just saw. So Dial of Destiny. Spell the dial wrong. Dial of Destiny. And then 5 is the Shia LaBeouf one. Is that one. So that's my ranking. Type in your ranking and let me see yours and see how it compares. Now keep in mind 2 and 3 are swapped. I didn't fix it. I got lazy and didn't fix it. But that's my ranking right there. So it goes Last Crusade number 1, Lost Ark number 2, Temple of Doom number 3, Dial of Destiny number 4, Shia LaBeouf number 5. Now that's only like off the top of the head. If we watch all of those back to back and do our thoughts on those movies, it would be 1, which is Lost Ark, 3, which is Last Crusade. Okay, so copycat. Then 2, which is you copied off of mine. It's basically, okay, 5 is Shia LaBeouf. Oh no. So 5 is the last one. Okay, the last one. Shia LaBeouf one was good. I didn't watch that one, so I don't know if it's good, because you put that one as your number 4 ranked. I know it had aliens in it. That sounds kind of cool. People didn't seem to like that, but I like Uncharted. Uncharted had weird stuff in it, so it didn't bother me at all. Wait, where's my notepad? Oh, right here. All right, so what's the next movie? It's gonna be Transformers. Get a little spoiler ahead of time. Transformers Battle Beast. That's what I'm calling it. I know that's not what it's called. Rise of the Beast. Rise of the Beast? It's probably Rise of the Beast. If it's called Rise of the Beast, wasn't there something called Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines? Yo, get out of here with this title that's already been done before, Rise of the Beast. Yeah, it's called Battle Beast today. Talk budget. Well, no, before we talk anything, how much time I got? 48. Okay, so 12 minutes left. All right, let me get this poster real fast. Rise of the Beast, yeah. Get this poster. Here we go with these posters again. Alright, this poster is a lie, but I like it. This is an international poster. That's the ones that keep popping up for me fast, so screw it. But this poster is a lie. This poster is a blatant lie. Look how cool this poster looks. Doesn't this poster make you think the movie is about the Transformers and less about the humans? That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not true. This movie is about the. If you can see, you might gotta zoom in real close. The dude and the girl is mostly about the dude, and then it's about the girl a little bit. I feel like they did the girl a little bit dirty, but that's okay. It is not about Optimus being all cool. That looked like fake Megatron, and the Megatron not even in the movie. It's some other guy that's even cooler than Megatron, but it gets done dirty. And the best person in the movie, you ain't gonna like this, but it's this is part of my thoughts too, and I'm gonna put it in there in a second. I'm gonna write it down. The best part of the movie is damn, I gotta find my notes. I forgot his name, but he played by Pete Wentz. I mean, not Pete Wentz, Pete Davidson. I found out afterwards, and I'm like, what? Oh, Mirage. That's the character's name. Mirage. Best part of the movie, because he's got that Bumblebee style of, I'm the cool one of the group, but Bumblebee doesn't talk for some reason, because they made a bad decision in 2007, and now forever Bumblebee doesn't get to talk. Come on now. This is a reboot. Let my man talk. It's so dumb. Bumblebee doesn't talk, but the blue one, Mirage, talks. Getting annoyed. Let me simmer down, buddy. Let's get that budget. Let's see how much this budget was. Okay, the budget was a respectable $200 million. For VFX work, I'm going to say that's allowed. You're allowed to have a budget that high because it has a lot of VFX. So I'm not mad at that budget. I don't think that budget's too high. Now I want to see, this is typical for the Transformers franchise. However, the movie needed to make at least $400 million to break even. This is because movies usually need to make around 2.5 times their budget. It grossed, oh shoot, dang, sad to say this number, $339 million. Remember, we just said it needed $2.5 million to break even, so it would have needed $500 million just to break even. So for this movie to not make $1 billion is actually bad. So even though it made 439, that's not enough to cover the actors, the VFX artists, the who else? Productions, the sets. Damn. So we might not get a sequel for another time. Usually it'd be like 2-3 years. Now it's probably might even be 5. Who knows? Oh, 439. Yeah, 439. 439. I said 339. My bad. Yeah, it's 439. It made that worldwide. I dropped that in there real fast. There we go. Oh, my text is all cut off. I'm not moving that over. I'll move this over though. There we go. It's not terrible, but it needed more than that. So even though it made 439 million, it needed a bit more in order for it to make enough money. So if you look at this first paragraph right here, copy that in. That's where I got my info from just saying that. Alright, so let's get these thoughts out. Alright, pros and cons. So the movie got good once Mirage got involved. I can't spell right now. Stop focusing on the humans. I don't care about the humans at all. This one didn't focus on them too much. Optimus also wasn't overpowered, so that was a good thought. Optimus. He was actually getting beat up, and so was Bumblebee. But Bumblebee, I feel like he gets beat up, so that's not too much to ask for. Oh, and Optimus was funny on this one because he didn't trust humans. So this one was a sequel to Bumblebee, which was a reboot or a soft reboot. But I don't remember Bumblebee. Actually, I didn't see Bumblebee. Sorry, not that I don't remember. I didn't see Bumblebee. So I don't know why they didn't trust the humans. But yeah, Optimus was very weary of the humans. So that's not really a pro or a con. That was just, he was different than he was in the Bayverse. That's what I'll say. Well, duh. I don't even need to put that. I'm just going to say that to you guys. Because if it's a reboot, obviously it should be different. So it was fun seeing him. Damn, that's my only notes. I guess I just enjoyed the movie or thought it was. I didn't even put a score on it. So since I didn't put a score, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. Because I don't remember what I thought of it until I go back to rewatch it again real fast before I do the review. So I'll say 7 out of 10. Good time if you're... Let me see. Good time if... I was supposed to say this was a good time. if you're streaming. I would recommend this if you're a Transformers fan, not general audiences. I probably wouldn't even really recommend it too much. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's on Paramount. I believe it's on Paramount right now. I'm gonna watch it. It scared my son. I was trying to get him to watch it, but like the gorilla in the beginning scared him. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Are there any other movies that I saw that I did not put reviews out yet? How many did I give y'all just now? Yeah, Transformers, that's 1. Indy 5, that's 2. Gran Turismo 3, and that's 4. 4 in a rowski. Let's go. I'm just checking because I usually write the notes down in my phone. I don't think there's any more. Nope, you guys are lucky. Alright, well, that's it. And I still made it in time. I got 5 minutes to clean up. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments of this video until it gets unlisted and straight to Patreon. What are your thoughts on these 4 different movies? There was Gran Turismo, Blue Beetle, Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny, and Transformers Battle Beast. I know it's called Rise of the Beast, but I'm calling it Battle Beast. That's our inside joke from now on. So when you see Transformers Battle Beast, just know you got that from CP.